Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for mid-November 2022. We're going to take a look at your 5 main themes that you could be dealing with first this month. You have this Mountain Road card, and it says you are on the road to success. So I feel one of your themes, obviously, is that you are on the road to success. And obviously, you're watching the sped-up intro of this video right now, but before I did the sped up, obviously I have the whole spread here in front of me, and it does look like you are kind of on this road to success. I feel like it's been a long, bumpy road, obviously. I feel like you've had a lot of things to overcome, but it's like you've become stronger now, and even one of your other themes is this leg card that says stepping into new experiences. But this leg card, it looks very muscular. It looks very strong. It looks like it's ready to kind of go on another journey. So instead of like backing down from things, I feel like you have learned how to move towards things much faster, and you've learned how to kind of accept things into your life as they come, if that makes sense. You have this flowers card. It says happiness coming in for you. So I feel there is a lot of happiness coming in for you. Again, the end of this year, I feel, is going to feel completely different than the whole entire year. So, it makes sense to me that there could be a lot of improvements. I'm not suggesting that it's going to be super easy, but definitely feeling a lot better. You also have this teapot card. It says deep friendship with someone of the same sex. I feel that you're developing new relationships in general. I'm a big fan of Pisces, kind of developing relationships, meeting new people, networking. All those things are going to be super beneficial for you for the rest of your life, as I always say, Pisces. So, I'm a big fan of kind of doing that. You also have this owl spirit, or this, what is it? Just an owl card. It says good advice from a wise person. So I feel that for those of you that need advice, number one, I would try to find someone. You do have the King of Swords here in this reading, and the King of Swords is my card of the mentor. It's my card of kind of a person who just knows more than you about something. It could be about anything. The reason I like the King of Swords sometimes is that he can make things very easy. Like if you're going through any challenges or difficulties, could be like a lawyer or a doctor if you're having a health problem. And it doesn't have to be a man either. It could be any gender, the King of Swords, but it's usually a person who can solve things for you very quickly. So definitely very worth it. Next, we're going to look at your general energies for the month. You have this full moon in Cancer. It says, let your fears dissolve. You also have this new moon in Scorpio. It says, go deeper. So I feel for a lot of you that educating yourself is going to be very important. You even have the Ten of Pentacles in this row. Ten of Pentacles kind of has like a little meaning, and I'll just show you. You have the King of Wands, Page of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles can represent hidden or secret information. This guy right here, the old man, he's like the patriarch of the family. The card can represent building or leaving a legacy, which is definitely a major focus for you, Pisces. But he can also represent someone who is coming to this family, and he's coming to give them a gift. And he can represent a beggar. So he can represent information coming from an unlikely source. And again, it's a little known meaning of the Ten of Pentacles, but kind of like that with this Go Deeper card. If there are things that are capturing your interest, whatever they are, it's kind of funny because I see them as like butterflies in my head, just like random little fleeting, moments where you become interested in maybe a new idea or a new direction for your life. I would look into those things because, there could be gold in whatever those things are. I also feel like your fears are dissolving because of that mountain road type of energy, but I feel there's a lot of just more success. I love readings that have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups showing up in them, and you have both. So definitely a very good reading. You have the Page of Wands here. Definitely some sort of new adventure coming in for you. I feel like it's kind of interesting. In your next row, we're going to talk about this, but I'm using the In-Between Tarot, and it's like in between two cards, if that makes sense. It represents the in-between energy. And you have the Knight of Cups to the Queen of Cups. You also have the Queen of Cups to the King of Cups. So for those of you that want love, I do feel like there could be a fire sign coming in for you. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you're interested in, but you also have the King of Wands here. And the so it could be like a King of Wands person. I feel like that Page of Wands is saying that you're having to open up to the adventure. It feels like an adventure to me if you're attracting new love, especially this month, especially in November. But also for the rest of the year, there's like some sort of adventure involved here. It could be literal because look, you go this way down here, you have the Knight of Cups to the Queen of Cups energy right here. And again, we're going to talk about that in a minute. down to the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty, good things coming in for you after a difficult period of time. So what I feel here for a lot of you is that, this could be true love, someone that you end up having a family with, but the Knight of Cups kind of is giving me these like travel vibes or adventure vibes. You have the Two of Wands here as well. So Two of Wands could represent like needing to leave a comfort zone. I would just say for those of you that want love, I would stay open to new opportunities. I also friggin' love this for business. Are you kidding me? I mean, King of Wands is like the true entrepreneur, Ten of Pentacles. I have a feeling that there's going to be like some sort of increase in your finances for those of you that have a business here, Pisces. Let's see. With the King of Wands, you have the Ace of Wands, new ideas. You're getting a lot of ideas right now. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Jupiter's going to start moving forward in Pisces this month soon. So depending on when you're watching this, it might already be moving forward for you. And then it's going to, we're going to have it Jupiter in Pisces until December 20th or 26th or whatever it is. I can't remember. And what I would say here is that I would take advantage of it. It's like the seeds you plant now are what's going to sprout for the next 12 years, like starting next year in 2023. So, you don't even have to get started in a big way. Like if maybe you want to build a company that competes with Elon, right, for the race to Mars, this could just be you drawing out the plans, right? Like I said, as long as you plant some sort of seed, that's all the Ace of Wands requires us. If there's love coming in, very strong connection here. This is a good reading, Pisces. With the Page of Wands, you have the Sun. I'm telling you right now, I feel like this is the start of the change for you, comparing, the beginning of the year, the whole year, to the end of the year here. There's clearly a much happier time coming in for you. This is literally coming right next to the happiness card here. So I feel there's a lot of happiness. I would also embrace your happiness. I feel, just life in general, right? There could be some things that make you not happy going on, but the Page of Wands kind of chooses to be enthusiastic, especially with that Sun. It's like, what things make you feel enthusiasm? What things get you motivated? What things get you moving in the morning? That's what I'd be focusing on here. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Cups. For some of you, I mean, again, mark my words, you could be meeting a person that you marry. Could be a Leo. Could be any fire sign, but, take it how it resonates, obviously. But and there's other stuff showing up here as well. You have Pisces, you have air, you have a lot of water. So could be any sign. Take it how it resonates. But what I would say is that this could lead to marriage. Ten of Pentacles is like the best marriage card, best love card in the deck, because it's pretty much everything that you want in life. So that's what could be coming in for you. Next, for what we're going to look at what big change you are manifesting at this time. You have this Earth Spirit, says stability. You also have this Wood Nymph. It says beauty. Of course, you're beautiful, Pisces, duh. But also, I feel like you are manifesting and kind of attracting more financial stability, which makes perfect sense with Uranus and Taurus. I mean, that's true for everyone. I feel like everyone, we have a deeper craving for stability when Uranus is in Taurus, but especially for Pisces. So there you go. This is the in-between tarot, and you have the Nine of Cups to the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Cups to the Queen of Cups, and you have the Queen of Cups to the Knight of Cups. The Queen of Cups to the King of Cups here. So if you've been wishing for love, there is clearly love coming in for you here. I love this Nine of Cups to the Ten of Cups, because Nine of Cups is an energy of manifesting. And again, literally this row is the big change that you are manifesting at this time, whether you realize it or not. And the Nine of Cups is about bathing in an energy so you can have something. On that beauty card, it's like there are these like wood nymphs, according to that card, that are bathing in water. But, it's like, I think if we can bathe in the energy of what we want with the Nine of Cups to the Ten of Cups, then we can get things we want very, very quickly. And you can see that this person here is like walking towards their village. So it's almost like you're coming to this place where you're finally getting your manifestation. So what is your biggest manifestation? I literally feel your big manifestation is that you're getting the things you've been trying to manifest for a very long period of time. Definitely could be true love coming in for you, for those of you that desire love. This could be like a knight in shining armor, someone that you've been hoping and praying for sure. I do get like some sort of adventure here. Again, it's like I see someone trying to gather details. I'll just show you right here, Pisces. So if this is love, I feel that you could be trying to gather details, from a distance here. So if it's a long distance connection, I feel like it needs to be explored like in person. Too much air going this way. I don't think it has to be a bad thing. I just think it's like, what answers are you looking for? What are you trying to figure out? If it's not long distance, again, you could just be, I do feel that you could be putting up some boundaries here for whatever reason. And again, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Of course, we should all put up boundaries in relationships and trust our intuition and all that other good stuff. But, I feel like just a little bit more open would be good. You have what is this? The Queen of Cups to the King of Cups as well. So again, you're getting ready to take action. The Queen of Cups, she kind of, outside of love, she values something on a very deep level. Normally, she's holding that big cup, and I always say that that cup kind of represents her heart, wherever she wants to put her heart. One of the quickest ways we can manifest things is to put our heart and soul into something, and that's how we can use our powers of manifestation to get what we want. So I literally feel that your next big change and manifestation is that you're getting your manifestations. So let's see if we can get more details on this. It's almost like there's nothing you have to do to get it. With the 9 of Cups to the 10 of Cups, you have the 8 of Cups. I feel like you're getting the things you want, maybe because you walked away from something here. So, sorry, I don't know what's going on with that camera, but, if you walked away from like a relationship or, a business or whatever, I kind of feel a little bit of risk going on here. The reason I say that also is because you start out with that Mountain Road card. It's like you've had to overcome something, but even all the way across here to the end, you have the Ace of Swords, which really tells me that you've made a sacrifice. There's a palm frond over here, an olive branch over here. The palm frond represents a sacrifice. The olive branch can represent an offer of peace, but it can also represent abundance. So just kind of like intuitively, I feel some of you have walked away from something. It's like you have trusted yourself because you have the High Priestess right next to it, which is like yourself, but she's willing to maybe explore the unknown. She's willing to walk away from something that's no longer serving her. There's too much new beginning stuff here. But again, if you've walked away from something, you're being rewarded for that. With the Knight of Cups to the Queen of Cups, you have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is like a perfect match. So I do feel that clearly there's like a perfect match coming in for you. I literally feel like you're manifesting love here, Pisces, and probably someone you're going to marry in the future. And I feel like, the interesting thing about this relationship is, if this is a new relationship for you, it's like you're doing less. Like, those are the words that are popping into my head. Maybe, I think if you're a typical Pisces, it's like you probably give way too much in connections. And I feel I'm not saying that you're not giving. I just feel like it's like you feel like there's nothing to give and I mean that in like the best way possible. It's like sometimes I think when things just work, they just work, if that makes sense. And that's kind of like the vibe I'm picking up here, is like there's nothing, it's almost like there's nothing to do. And again, it's not like you're not going to be working on the relationship. That's not what I'm suggesting, but it just has like a certain flow. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Ace of Swords. The Queen of Cups to the King of Cups, you have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a victory and kind of like success. You've overcome something. I almost feel like you're kind of like graduating here a little bit as well. It's like you are going from that Queen of Cups energy to the King of Cups energy. I feel you could be feeling more confident, more sure of yourself. Remember what I said about this muscular leg here, Pisces? It's almost as if you have been through so many challenges over the years that it's like now nothing is hard. Again, you've built those muscles up inside of you. So now it's almost like you're looking for things to overcome, which is a very powerful position to be. It's like you're, in like business, you could be looking for ways to make more money and you don't care that it's harder. I feel like you're like, I don't care. I'll figure it out. You're becoming very confident here, Pisces. I like it for sure. Next in the air, this is going to be, we're just going to see what's coming in for you over the next 6 months as well. If there's anything else that could be coming in for you for the next 6 months. I'm using the After Tarot, by the way, for that. You have this Here and Now card, and you also have this Yin Energy card. I kind of feel like this is the position that you're going to be in for the next 6 months, is kind of like a more sitting back, collecting information type of energy here. This is not a bad thing. And again, this does not mean you won't be working on and taking action on things. I kind of feel you're just in this place of, focusing on doing what works for now, right? I feel like you're also, with that King of Swords, I feel like you're trying not to overcomplicate things. Those are the words that I'm getting there for some reason. It's like maybe you have all these crazy ideas for your business and you're just saying to yourself, you know what, like I need to focus on what works for now. And then maybe we can try some of these ideas. But I feel like you're kind of more in this foundational type of energy. And you have the High Priestess, the King of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. And again, this is where I'm getting this kind of like foundational energy. That's not what the High Priestess represents, but You know, that's kind of the words that I'm getting here is that I feel this high priestess in your reading is saying that you're very focused on your foundations. You're very focused on kind of like where you can have the best new beginnings. And I feel like you're focusing on like how to create that. The high priestess, she also sees the beginning, middle, and end of all situations. She has this crown on her head, and it has 3 stages of the moon. It kind of represents the fact that she doesn't maybe see it intuitively, although that could be part of it. She creates it. She creates her reality in front of her as she wants it to go. So if she imagines a relationship, she imagines exactly how she wants things to go, beginning, middle, and end, all positively, right? So she kind of creates things with her imagination as well. And that's exactly what I would do if I were you here. It's like you're realizing your true power in this reading. I feel like you're realizing the power of your intuition, but really, I feel like you're also realizing how powerful of a manifester you are. And I always say that, you know, again, Neptune and Pisces is already like, you know, manifestation on steroids. We add Jupiter to the mix, it's like 1,000 times stronger. You have this King of Swords here. I definitely am picking up on his energy of discernment. Like, I feel that I see a lot of details coming at you over the next 6 months, but it's not like you're stressed out about it. Again, you have that yin energy, the here now energy. I almost feel like there's nothing to say there. It's like there's no work, there's no stress, which is great. And again, I'm not suggesting that there won't be moments of stress, but for the most part, I feel, you know, in regards to details coming at you, I feel like you're just kind of like taking in details, especially for those of you in work or business. It's like you're gathering a lot of information. I also feel like in love, you're more in this King of Swords type of energy where you're kind of allowing, you know, for a lot of you, I feel like you're, you know, I don't want to say you're allowing a person to prove it to you, because I don't think we should get into relationships making someone prove anything unless we're also willing to do that, right? It's like, I remember when I used to do readings, people were always like, I'm going to make the next person jump through all these hoops. I'm like, well, okay, you better also be willing to jump through those hoops, because how is it fair for a new person to pay for a past person's mistakes? It's not fair, right? And so what I would say here is, but I just feel like you're more in this kind of like, you know, I mean, I hate to be cliche, but like receptive. I feel like you're more in this receptive mode. But I just feel like you're being discerning. Let's put it that way. You also have the 10 of Cups, fortune after difficulty, happiness. You know, this is happy home, happy family. In the after tarot, you can see that they're just having a good time. So I feel that you could be having a good time. This could include with family, with friends, with all that other stuff. You know, I do feel like if you are, that some of you could like end up working with family or something is popping into my head. So if you have a business, or maybe you don't even have a business yet, you could be kind of like teaming up with your family. It's popping into my head here, or there could be more work to do. It doesn't also have to be family. For some of you, I feel this could be, you know, you could be networking, and with 2 10s here, these 2 10s, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, I feel like networking would be very beneficial for you, working together with other people. With the High Priestess, are you kidding me? You have the King of Wands. Trust your intuition on this King of Wands person. You know, I feel like someone's coming in hot and heavy. You know, I'm wondering if you're a little bit skeptical because it almost feels too easy to me, you know, is what I would say. But I don't think it is. I think this is just a good person, probably a fire sign, could be coming in for you. Doesn't have to be. Take out resonates. They could just be bold, entrepreneurial, courageous, hardworking, you know, like all those things. I feel like they're a little bit of a risk taker as well. You know, this person, you know, and again, that's kind of what is pushing me towards that, you know, kind of businessy type of thing. Because I feel like they take more risks than a normal person with that King of Wands energy. But again, I feel it's a good thing. With the King of Swords, you have the Justice card. Yeah, see, like I said, it's like you're taking in information. I feel like you're like weighing things up. You're like saying, okay, this makes sense, this doesn't make sense. It's like you're the one that's putting, I feel like saying you're the one that is casting judgment. I don't know. I feel it's a good thing here, Pisces. I don't know. It's almost like I see you like a merchant. Like, have you ever seen one of those movies where, I really, you know, of course, I'm trying to make an example here, Pisces, and I have no clue what I'm talking about. So it's like I see it like a merchant, you know, who's like weighing things up, who's like, give me this much and I'll give you this. You know, it's like I feel like you're kind of businessy, but it's not just business. This could be like with people, your time, everything. But it's like almost like you can do it immediately. I feel like you have this certain like 7th, 8th, 9th sense about like exactly how much to give in all situations. Pretty interesting. And you could also be getting justice here with this energy. I would say if you've walked away from anything like right here, and if you've been like waiting for love or whatever, you could be getting justice. With the the 10 of Cups, you have the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is quick success, and just good things coming in. Also a card of manifestation. So as I always say, like, I would be definitely practicing my powers of manifestation at this time. I feel it's an amazing time to manifest new things, to build new businesses, to, do whatever, start new relationships. Eight of Wands is also kind of like a great time to ask. And so I feel like you should be asking the universe for what you want right now, because you will probably get it. At the end here, we're going to look at any messages from your future self. And you have this gazelle spirit, says change and purity. You also have this snake spirit, says desire and attraction on it. So again, clearly, if there's love coming in, I feel like someone is very attracted to you here, Pisces. Someone definitely wants to be in your life, I feel, with this energy. I also feel like there is a big change coming in for you, but, I feel your future self is encouraging you to get out, right? You have the Ace of Swords, Two of Wands, the Hangman. With the Two of Wands, this guy, he's standing at the top of a castle, and he's standing where he has always been. He needs to get out into the world to have a new experience. He needs to get out into the world to do something new. And he has the whole world in his hands. So it's like something from your past is complete, and I feel like you need to move on to bigger and better things. And really, this reading's pretty simple. I think you're just moving on to bigger and better things. That's pretty much what this is saying to me. You also have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a victory. You can see that the sword is above the mountains there, Pisces, and I feel for a lot of you that this represents some sort of sacrifice or sacrifices that you have made, And I get a very strong energy in this reading because you have these two kings and there's two aces of swords right here. If we go like this right here, you have the two kings and the Ace of Swords. Like I said, I can't help but feel that you are the one that's casting judgment on certain situations in your life, and this is going to be very beneficial for you. You have the Hangman. I feel like the Hangman says you have all the information you need to progress. I feel like your future self wants you to really trust yourself. I feel like your future self is saying that you have, all the information you need to be successful in life at this time, but you just need to, trust that information, or you need to trust yourself more is kind of what I feel your future self is saying here. Let's see. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Page of Pentacles. Definitely someone new coming in for you. Could be an earth sign. Could also be communication coming in for you. So I do feel some of you could be getting communication here. With the Two of Wands, you have the Hermit. It's not time to stop, right? He is shining his inner light at the top of a mountain. You've definitely climbed a mountain. I feel like you've definitely been through some, difficulties and challenges here, Pisces. But now you're ready to shine that inner light. I feel like you're ready to kind of go off onto something new. It's almost like I see you, I kind of see this thing in my head for you, Pisces. Like, I'm not saying you've been small, right? But I feel like maybe life has been like this much, and I feel like you're like expanding significantly here, where it's like everything up until this point, up until literally like the middle of November, I feel for your whole life, the past of life, right, has been a past life that you've been living up until this point. I feel like you've been training, relearning. Literally, I feel like some of you have been like relearning or re-experiencing things from past lives to prepare you for something much bigger that's coming in for you here. With the Hangman, you have the star. Are you kidding? Literally, the Hangman has the star in his lantern. Here's your star right here. You need to shine your inner light. You need to kind of let it out. And I also feel like you need to focus on the big picture. Wherever you have been has been small, and this is not criticizing what you have been doing. This is to say that I feel like everything has been adding up to this point, like right now. So this could be you, like maybe you have a business and you could be taking it, global, right? You could maybe have a relationship. You could be getting married. It's like something small becoming big. Maybe you had a bunch of relationships that didn't work out. Now you're getting into like a real relationship, right? So that's kind of what I feel here, Pisces. Pretty powerful stuff. Definitely a significant change for you. And again, the rest of the year is going to feel amazing. So Pisces, I'm going to pull 3 cards. I'm going to answer one question. If you don't have a question, that's fine too. Feel free to pause the reading if you need time to think of a question. But I'm going to read the cards now. So, feel free to pause if you need to. You have the Devil, the Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. I feel like some of you have let go of a devil person. And now you're like looking for true love. So I feel like you just need to focus on your heart with that Queen of Cups. I would also like focus on your morals, your ethics. Neptune and Pisces is kind of like traditional beliefs. And it says, like, what beliefs do you have about relationships? And have your relationships recently or in the past few years, have they equaled your traditional beliefs? Are they similar to how you've been raised? Or are they the opposite? Are they different? And I don't mean we have to like stick with the way we've been raised. But what I mean is that I think sometimes we, make sacrifices, or we get with people who are toxic, devil, or inconsistent with the Knight of Wands. And so I would stick to your Queen of Cups in love, but also in all other areas of life as well. I'm also getting something here about working too hard. And again, I'm pretty sure I said this to you recently, but I have the same message popping into my head for you, Pisces. Like, I feel like if you're thinking, oh, I need to work harder, that's not the right answer. And I'm not saying you're not going to be working hard, but if you're like adding like tons of extra steps to your business or in work or in career, or if you think if you just love someone harder, they're going to love you back, or, that's like the type of message I'm getting here. I feel like that's not the answer. And again, I'm not suggesting you're not going to be working hard, but I am suggesting that you're going to be working smarter. And that's exactly what I'd be doing here. But pretty interesting, Pisces. That's what I have for you. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.